welcome back to The Best Joker. This week, it's the creepy uncle-like clown of the pack, and the only one who gets a Prince soundtrack accompaniment. 'Cause why not? But first, a quick recap of the criteria. Performance! Did they win us over? Story time! Was it fun to journey with this Joker? Note, has to be a defining story, so TV adaptations may not fare as well here unless they get a standout plot all to themselves. Laugh factor! Simple but essential. Did they hit those high notes? Era appropriate. Times may change, but did their Joker fit in when they debuted? Legacy. Has this Joker stuck in the mind of fans everywhere? Can we see anyone else in the role after them? So, without further ado, let's see what I have to work with here. Jack Nicholson from Batman, the 1989 motion picture.
You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
Performance, 1 point. Was there any doubt? The almost cliched saying goes, Jack Nicholson has been playing the Joker all his life, and many believe that the part was his from the moment he entered this world. Whatever your feelings on Tim Burton's Bat debut as a story, and no matter where you stand on the whole Joker replacing Joe Chill origin thing, you can't deny that Nicholson owns this movie. I always say that a good villain is one you wouldn't mind winning, if only to see what they do afterwards, and Nicholson could have played this character in every damn movie as far as I was concerned. He's a cold, sadistic bastard as Jack Napier, and a creepy, murderous mobster as the Joker. Whether light and breezy or dark and sleazy, this incarnation is the star of the show and a bad guy that you love to hate. Story time, 1 point. He gets this point by default. Batman is a movie about two characters, and neither of them are Batman himself. Vicky Vale is our relatable, curiosity-led heroine, and Jack is the tragic villain whom we see go from one theatrical mask to another in the blink of an eye, or rather, in the vat of chemicals. With the movie practically being all about him, this Joker gets the brightest spotlight of them all. Now, I have an infinite love for Keaton's Batman, but what does he really do? Snog Vicky Vale and do a bit of chemistry. The Joker spends the entire duration trying to plot against his boss, survive an attempt on his life, cut his face wide open, have emergency plastic surgery which turns him into the grinning psychopath we know and love, murder his boss, take over the Empire, stalk a photographer, kill a mobster in public, smash up an art gallery, rain cash upon the streets of Gotham, kill hundreds of people in a giant balloon Joker gas attack, survive an aerial assault from the Batwing, then take on the Batman and nearly kill him atop a huge cathedral before falling to a grisly giggling death! I think this movie must have originally been called Joker, oh, and also Batman. It'd explain a lot. Laugh factor, no points. Now don't get me wrong, I love Jack's rasping, wheezing laugh. It's a conscious choice and sounds like the laugh of a man whose guts are full of chemicals. It's the sort of laugh that sounds painful. The laugh that when you've been laughing for far too long, comes out of your mouth to substitute your actual laugh. But despite a few gleeful whoops, it isn't the manic cackle of the Clown Prince. Cannot fault that smile though. Era appropriate? 1 point. Coming out of the late 80s, this version of Mr. J was spot on. People had been feeding on the sweet, sweet meat of The Killing Joke and The Dark Knight Returns for a while now, and a darker, creepier Joker who sadistically delighted in every torture he inflicted was the only way to support the original material and separate the character from the previous mainstream mainstay that was Caesar's Joker. Gleeful and gory, Nicholson's take took the world by storm and was met with widespread acclaim. Legacy, 1 point. Okay, there are a huge number out there who naively say, Jack who? Heath is the only Joker. But look at it this way. This is your daddy's Joker. This is your mama's Joker. This is your older brother's and sister's Joker. And when you go back and watch this flick, regardless of how much you prefer Ledger's take nearly 19 years later, you can't deny why this version is so beloved. And for all of your, why so serious? Or, how about a magic trick? Reciting, you will never find a more quotable and oft-quoted Joker than Jack's. All together now? Never rub another man's rhubarb.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you?
It's a hot time in the old town tonight.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I'm of a mind makes a moogie. What does that mean? Total, 4 out of 5.
Excuse me. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Is Jack the Joker in your pack? Does he get agreeing again and again? Have you been using brand X? If so, let me know down below in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if he is your favourite incarnation of the Joker. I'm keeping score, remember? Next time, Mr. J steps into the ring, and let's just say, the force is strong with this one.
Hi, welcome back to the Disney Diner. Thanks for joining us again. As you can see, I'm wearing my Jack Skellington t-shirt, which means that my favorite holiday, Halloween, is just around the corner. And what's better than Halloween? A Disney Halloween. So today I'm going to show you how to make some Disney Halloween cupcakes. First, we're going to make a Mickey Mouse mummy cupcake that's really fun and easy. And then we will make Jack Skellington cupcakes. And then third, we'll make a bonus cupcake that your kids can help with, but I'm not going to tell you what that is, so you'll just have to watch. For the list of ingredients and recipe for each Halloween cupcake, please visit our website at thedisneydiner.com and click on recipes. So let's get started. Okay, so the first step will be to just bake cupcakes. I made mine using just a store-bought cake mix. You can use that or your own homemade recipe. This box will make about 24 cupcakes. I used classic white. You can also use chocolate or whatever flavor you like. And you can bake your cupcakes in just the plain white liners, or if you find some cute decorative Halloween liners, those will work as well. And then our next step will be to just ice the cupcakes. So you can use a store-bought tub icing as well. You'll want it to be white, or you can make buttercream icing as I have. And I have a really easy recipe you can find on my Butterfinger cupcake video. And if you want to find that video, just click this link and it'll take you directly to that spot where I begin making the buttercream icing. Okay, so just ice them plain with the white icing, and then let them set for a little while, and then we'll be ready to move on to decorating. So let's get started with our first cupcake. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is make our mummy bandages for our cupcake. So sprinkle some powdered sugar on your counter or a cutting board. And then we're going to take a jumbo marshmallow. And what we're going to do is roll it out flat as we can. And it's going to take some little bit of power to get that flat. Okay, once it's flattened, you can either use a knife or some kitchen scissors, and we're going to cut strips. And these are going to make the mummy bandages for Mickey. You'll need to flatten and cut 2 large marshmallows for each cupcake you're making. Okay, now that we have our mummy bandages all cut and ready from our marshmallows, we're going to build our Mickey mummies. So we're going to place his 2 ears on the cupcake. I'm using these Wilton candy melts that I had on hand. You can use any disc-shaped candy or cookie. You can even use the mini Oreos that they sell in the snack-sized cups. Those will work as well. And then for Mickey's eyes, you can use, I'm using Junior Mints, and although the Junior Mints are circular, I'm going to use them this way so that you can see that they're oval. You can also use any kind of chocolate covered peanut, chocolate covered raisin, or anything else that is going to be oval shaped like Mickey's eyes. Taking your 2 chocolate pieces, we're going to place them in the cupcake right about there. And now we're going to place our Mickey eyes. So about halfway down, we're going to cut 2 slits to insert our candies into, just to help them to be more secure so they won't roll off the cupcake. So now taking our junior mint or whatever candy you're using, or you can also use black jelly beans, we're going to insert them into the hole you created with the knife. So now insert your second eye into the cupcake. Okay, and now we're going to move on to bandaging our Mickey. So take one of your pieces of your flattened marshmallow strip, and the first piece we're going to put is between the 2 eyes, just to help secure them and keep them standing up. And then we're going to begin layering our other pieces just randomly across his face, like a mummy's bandages would be. And this is a great way to have your kids help make these cupcakes. And here's our completed Mickey Mummy cupcake. Isn't that cute? Okay, and for our next cupcake, it's our Jack Skellington cupcakes. And so I just printed out a few images of Jack Skellington from online. And so we have different faces. We can make different cupcakes with his face. And all you'll need for this is a tube of black gel icing. I have a Wilton sparkle gel that's from the cake decorating aisle from my local Walmart. You can use Wilton or any other kind of grocery store brand, but you'll want to use the gel. If you can't find the gel, then you can just use the black tube icing, but the gel works the best. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is trace our face of Jack onto our cupcake using just an ordinary toothpick. So I'm going to outline his eyes and his nose and then his smile, and then we'll go back over with the gel icing to fill in. So now we're going to take our black gel icing and trace those lines we just made with the toothpick and then fill in the black of the eyes. Now the directions say to snip off the end, but since we need a much finer line, insert a pin or something sharp instead into it to make a smaller hole than you would have if you snipped it off. And here's our completed Jack Skellington cupcake. Okay, and now for our bonus cupcake that you can have your kids help out with. This one is really simple and easy. It only takes a few seconds. So you just have your plain white ice cupcake and you have your same sparkle gel, and all you'll need is a toothpick. So what you're going to start with is start with one dot in the center, and then we're going to make several circles around it. It's going to look much like a target. So So about 3 circles around the center dot. Okay, and so you're done with the icing. And now all you simply have to do is, starting in the center, take your toothpick and don't hold it directly vertical. We're going to hold it at a 45-degree angle. And we're just going to start from the center dot and pull out. And use a paper towel to clean your toothpick each time. And you might be able to tell what we're making in just a few moments. And you can see we're forming a spider web. And this is one the kids can definitely help with. So while you're making the more complicated cupcakes, such as the Jack Skellington that require a steady hand, you can set your kids over on the table to make these fun spiderweb cupcakes. And that's it. It's all done. And here are the finished Disney Halloween cupcakes. Remember, for this recipe and others from around Walt Disney World, please visit our website at thedisneydiner.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a magical Halloween.